What do you see when you've been to TAX, you've been to all these archery tournaments and whatnot, and I'm just curious what your perception and vision going forward of what's this stuff going to look at. Is the target side of archery on an increase or on a decline, or what do you think's going on there?
The target side of archery always has. It's similar to bow hunting. I mean, it's on a step up. I mean, you look at events like the Vegas shoot, like the JVD. I mean, the JVD Open sells out in like hours, right? So. And internationally, it's not really a bow hunting market.
Sure.
With the exception of, there's some bow hunters in France, notable numbers of bow hunters in France, Australia, obviously Canada, South Africa. But really, it's a target market, and it's a big market for us. I mean, internationally, we probably have, 70+% market share, I would guess, as a brand.
Would surprise me if you don't.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, some of the other brands, there's just some of the overseas distributors have just sourced their own products directly from China. So it's that they're all using the same factory. I mean, they're using the same factories as a lot of the brands that are here, but there's no tariff going into Europe, right? So
right.
I think it's 2%. So effectively, there is no tariff on those goods. So, I mean, you can buy, arrows especially budget arrows, for extremely cheap. And we just kind of decided, like, we're not gonna really fight for that market. We'll lose, right? I mean, we're the only made in USA arrow brand. Yeah. We'll lose that kind of race to the bottom. And we actually talked a bit before the podcast started about that.
Race to the bottom is a tough one to win.
Yeah, that's one. It's a battle.
Even if you win, you're probably losing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great. That's almost a one-liner.
Someone ends up getting squeezed in the chain of command, right? Like it. Yeah. The costs come from somewhere eventually.
Yeah.
Whether it's quality or workmanship or.
Well, and there's a longevity factor of that too. I mean, Easton's been in business for 103 years, and there's a level. I guess one of the words that's really been on my mind this year is consistency. With Easton. And when I look out at the market and look what some of our, competition has done, I guess I kind of read between the lines and see some level of inconsistency, right? Where with Easton, like, we're kind of that old steady steam engine that's just trucking along down the train tracks. Somebody tried to give me this like tough question of like, you're hitting the road this year, your sales team's hitting the road with no new arrows to sell. On the hunting side, how does that feel? And I'm like, feels great.
Damn it, I got to delete that off my phone. It was on my list.
Oh, that's what you were going to hit. Do you want me to rewind and you can hit me with it?
No, I'm just fucking with you. No, I had thought about that. I was like, I wonder if I should say that to him just because what's that like?
I said it for you.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. So I look and say, well, what do we need? What did we need for the market this year? I don't think the 5.0 was the most successful launch in Easton history. At least history I can see when I look at previous launches, right, for the last 15 years. But no, so I mean, going to market or going out to our customer base without, a quote unquote new arrow to me is a great thing, right? I mean, we don't need to launch new just to have new, and I saw some of that when I first started at Easton, right? And it's. When the behind the scenes, I mean, I hate to be like the spoiler of bad news, but it's called a different sticker on the outside, a different decal.
There were many years where that was the case.
Its guts are the same, right? And you see that from our competitors now, and it's what that really does create for a manufacturer is a nightmare. It creates additional SKUs that really aren't different, that now I've got to keep in stock. I've got to increase my inventory. I have to try to convince a dealer that this new thing is the latest and greatest thing because I put a new decal on it. So I got to figure out how to spin that and say, well, this one's going to recover quick. Something you're going to have to choose something kind of anonymous, something a little bit vague,
or a new name or something.
A new name, right? It's got a really cool label, which I mean, it sells, but I think it's a flash in the pan, and I think from a manufacturing standpoint, it's just a bit reckless to do. That being said, we have some really cool stuff in the pipeline. We have some really cool new technologies that we're playing with that I think for 2027 or 2028 are real possibilities. But Clint Warner, he's our VP of product, and he's not the smoke and mirrors kind of guy. I mean,
Sure.
I think you've met Clint. I think he's been to your shop before. But when he comes out with something, it doesn't matter if it's a new quiver like we have this year or a new arrow. Like, he thinks through every little detail, and it makes the life of a salesperson and marketing person like myself heaven.
Right.
Because you're not trying to sell snake oil, right? You've got something that's actually tangible that you can get behind. So